What is happening, chat? What is good? What's good? How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing out there? All right. We are going to be training some chest tonight. Okay? So, we're not going to do anything, too crazy, too wild. We're not going to do crazy high volume or anything. We'll probably go through this fairly quickly. But we are going to be implementing the Myo Reps once again. So, if you guys don't know, basically we do one main heavy set, and then we have a set of 3 to 5 mini sets going for 3 to 5 reps at a time. And that's the first time I got a live push notification. Nice, let's go. Making waves on YouTube. All right. So, we are going to get started with a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to do a nice light cable fly here. If you don't have a cable, you can do this with a resistance band, or you could just do like some push-ups. We'll actually do like a little superset here. Okay, we'll do like a nice little cable fly here, and then we'll do some push-ups. Just get the chest, the tris, the elbows all nice and warmed up, and then we're going to be moving over to bench for the first main exercise. All right. Let's do it to it. Alright, so I've got like 40 pounds per stack. Pretty light. And we're just going to focus on getting some good blood flow into the chest. Pecs. Just focus on getting some good activation right now. A nice stretch all the way out, and then drive those elbows in towards one another to squeeze the chest. Yeah. Alrighty, now we're gonna do some push-ups here. Again, we're going to focus on keeping these fairly slow and controlled, and just really getting good tension in the pecs where we want it. Feeling it. Feeling good. When I got the notification, I was like, you're playing without me? Then I saw workout. Like, this late? It took a while. It took longer than I expected to record everything for that Bynamon tutorial video. So I'm going to have to edit that this week. Hopefully get that up very soon. But it's a lot of little steps there, but I think it'll be really good for the channel and really helpful for anyone looking to get into the whole NFT blockchain gaming space. Okay, so let's get this going. We're not going to do a crazy long workout tonight, and we'll actually see if once we finish the workout, if we're able to get a little bit of the Bynamon game in there as well. But I can't remember what time I played it last night. It might have been like after 11, so it might be pretty late. So we'll see. Other news, I did fully reinstall Warzone, so hopefully that will improve things there. Hopefully we won't get multiple crashes every single game. That would be sweet, but I guess we'll find out. All right, so we've done one set of warm-up. We're going to do a second, and then we're going to jump over to the bench, and we're going to do a couple little warm-up sets on the bench as well. But the other thing was, like, I had to make a new thumbnail for this too. And so until I get some time to make a bunch of like thumbnails and stuff up in advance, it's gonna be a lot of like setup time getting the streams going on YouTube right now. All right, and now another reason we're not doing anything like too crazy tonight is, you know, we are coming off of like a week and a half of being sick, so this is kind of the first full chest workout back at it, you know, since then. So we're not gonna push it like too extreme today. We're gonna gradually build ourselves back into it, and then that way next week we can really step things up and get back on track with our regular progressions. All right, now let's get bench set up. I'm gonna throw 135 on to start, do like 8 to 10 reps, and we'll bump it up. We'll do like 4 to 5, bump it up one more time, probably do like 3 warm-up sets, and then we'll hit the real working sets. All right. Just making sure I'm not missing anything here. Let's get the energy up here a little bit, huh?
It's over 9,000.
Let's go. All right. 135. Hit it. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? Hope you're doing well. I forgot I still had that set up for the pin presses that we did on the weekend, so I had to adjust the safeties there. All right. All right. Let's get it. How are the audio levels, by the way? Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? Let me know and I can adjust that a little bit. Alrighty, that was 6. Feeling good. We're gonna bump it up to 225. We'll do like 3 reps there, and then we should be good to bump up to our actual working weight right after that. Oh, my throat is super dry. Okay. By the way, how's everyone's day? How was everyone's day today, chat? We're doing chest day on a hump day. Kind of realized that, but I guess that works, right? We're just building the hump on the chest. All right, let's get it. Booyah! Easy peasy. It's actually feeling pretty good tonight. All right, so that's 225. We're gonna bump it up to 255. That's what we're gonna use for our working sets today. Again, we're not going like crazy heavy or anything like that, but we still want to be challenging ourselves, still want to be pushing it a little bit. So we'll bump it up to 225. We're gonna go for 6 to 8 reps, somewhere within that rep range, trying to push pretty close to failure. Then we got a 10 to 15 second rest. We're gonna do 3 to 5 reps as part of our mini set. 10 to 15 second rest, 3 to 5 reps. We're gonna try to get 3 to 5 of those mini sets. All right. So let's do it to it. Alright, let's get it. Oh, that was one thing, chat. I wanted to tweet the stream out. Let me, right before we get to like this first set, let me just quickly tweet it out so that, you know, we don't have to think about that while we're in the middle of our intense set. Done. All right, we did it. We got it. Got it tweeted. Now it's time to put the work in. We got the first working set here, 255. We're going for 6 to 8 reps, and then we've got 3 to 5 mini sets of 3 to 5 reps each. So, you know, let's see what we can do. We got all 8 there, 10 to 15 seconds, and we go again for 3 to 5. Whew. Let's get it. All right, that's 3. That's the first mini set. Now our goal is to maintain those 3 reps for as many of these mini sets as possible, up to a maximum of 5. All right. All right, get it. Mini set 2. Damn, that's only 2. It's gonna be tough. Number 3, let's go. That's 3. I think we might, maybe, be able to get a 4th. Get it. Damn, chat. Oh. If my triceps weren't able to muster out that last little bit of that, we would not have made it. Whew. Damn. All right, so we got 4 mini sets there. I'm not gonna bother going for the 5th because there's no way I'm getting another 3 there. So we're gonna call it there. That last rep was quite a grind. So that is exercise 1 done, just like that. That is the beauty of this Myo Rep training. You go hard, you go quick, and you know, you get in, you get out, and it's done, right? So now we're gonna move on to the next exercise. I think we're doing a cable a cable crossover, which is kind of like a fly, but rather than just kind of driving your arms in and spreading way back out, it's more of like a combination of a press and a fly. So you're starting wider, right? So you're getting a nice stretch on the pecs, and then rather than just driving your elbows in together, you're actually going to press your arms across. Okay, so this is going to make sure you're getting that complete horizontal adduction. You know, you're bringing your arms all the way across the center line of your body, and that's going to allow you to squeeze the chest as much as possible. The better stretch and contraction you can get in those muscle fibers, the better you're going to stimulate them for growth. Okay, so that's the goal of these. By doing this sort of a hybrid sort of exercise with a press and a fly motion, you're able to get a bit of the best of both worlds, right? You're able to overload the muscles with more weight than you could do for a typical fly, but you're still able to drive those arms all the way across the midline of your body and shorten the pecs as much as possible. So let's get it set up here. I believe we're gonna go for like 70 pounds. I think before we got sick, we were using 80. So, you know, I'll scale it back just a little bit. And then next week, we should be able to get back to where we were and continue progressing from there. All right. All right, so let's get this set. You need to get some more water soon too. One stone. All right. So, exact same sort of thing here. We're doing the Myo Rep training. So we got one main heavy set, followed by the 3 to 5 mini sets right after. Oh, I just realized I was supposed to put it to 70 and I put it to 80. Let me adjust that quick. All right, I totally forgot what I was gonna say too, so we're just gonna jump right into it. This will be the second chest exercise of the day, and yeah, we're crushing it, making good time. So let's keep it up, keep the intensity high, keep pushing the pace, and keep building that muscle. All right. All right, so you want to get it started. You should feel some tension on the pecs here. Step out till you have some tension there. And again, we are driving across the midline of the body. So you should cross your arms over top of one another. That's what I was gonna say. Rather than the 6 to 8 reps that we did on the bench press, because that was more of a compound lift, we're doing 8 to 10 reps on the cables here. You can get a little bit higher volume. It's not as much of a compound exercise, more of an isolation. All right, we're gonna try to keep the pace up with these. Now we go for 3 to 5. We did that first main set. Now it's time to start the mini sets. And you notice I'm alternating every mini set or every set. I'm alternating which leg is going in front of the other. And every rep, I'm alternating which hand is crossing over the other. This is just to help to balance out things on each side. Make sure you're not developing, imbalances in the pecs or favoring one side more than the other, getting a better stretch on one side compared to the other. So we want to always be kind of alternating things to try to even them out. All right, let's go. Mini set 2. That was another 5 there, I believe. Might have actually done 6, but we're going for 5. That's 2 mini sets down. Another 1 to 3 to go. All right, let's get it. Number 3, 5 reps. And switching the front leg. Whew. And now with these, you want to, again, try to keep that chest up the entire time. Try to pull those shoulders back, keep them out of the way so that you're really working the chest, and then you're driving your arms across and you're squeezing with your chest as you're driving the arms across. That's 3. Let's keep it going. Definitely feeling it now.
Holy shnikes.
Holy shnikes is right. What's up, B-Dog? Anyone playing Verdansk? I don't know if anyone's on chat. Anyone in Verdansk right now? I would like to see how the game plays now that I reinstalled it, but we're in the middle of this. We'll see. We might wrap this up pretty quick. We're crushing it. Chat, was that 4 or 5 mini sets? I was at 9 p.m., but then I stayed in my office. Huh. What time is it, chat? 9:45. Okay. That's not too bad. We've only been going for like, what, half an hour? We're killing it. All right. Whew. All right, we're gonna do one more here because I wasn't sure if we did 4 or 5 of these mini sets. So let's do one last one. Why will we? All right. Now let me just grab my little workout log here. See what we have next. There's actually not a whole lot left. We've got 2 tricep exercises and a side delt exercise. All right, so let's get into the tries. The first is going to be an overhead extension. Now you could do this as a lying skull crusher. That's actually what I have written down here. So you can do that with an easy bar, with a barbell, or with dumbbells. Lots of different options there. But what I'm actually going to do is a rope overhead tricep extension. Same sort of movement. The main thing is just that you want to have your tricep extended up and be stretching behind your head. Okay, so you're getting a full stretch in that long head of the tricep. And let's get into it. All right. I'm not actually sure what weight to use. I'm gonna try 100 pounds on the stack and see how that goes. All right. Just making sure I'm not missing anything in chat. By the way, guys, as always, you know, if you guys ever have questions regarding training, nutrition, building muscle, burning fat, or, you know, crypto, NFT, gaming, play to earn games, be sure to fire it in chat and I'll do my best to help you guys out. What's up, AJ? How's it going, man? Glad to see you tuning in. All right, chat, let me just test this weight out first. I'm not sure if this will be the right weight or not, and then we'll get it going. Oh yeah, that should be good. All right, so we're gonna go for 8 to 10 reps on this one again for the main set, and then the mini sets are the exact same, 3 to 5 reps each. All right, let's do it. Maybe I'll try to face this way a little more. Ah. Okay, that was a good weight. Got about 10 seconds and we're doing our mini sets. 3 to 5 reps. Good, just came back from a walk. Nice. I'm not sure who's Anthony Joshua. An Anthony Joshua podcast. What does he talk about? There we go, that's 5. So that's mini set 1. UK boxer? Okay, dope. YouTube chat's a lot more delayed than Twitch. Yeah, I think I can adjust that. I'll try it out for the next stream. Because they have I think they have 3 different latency settings. But yeah, I know it's probably a good 7 or 8 seconds behind. But that's cool. What sort of stuff does he talk about then? Is it just boxing, or is it life motivation stuff? Mini set 2. So that's 5. We're gonna try to get as many as we can of those. Definitely feeling it though. right. Whew. Man, oh man. By the way, to anyone that might be new, welcome to the channel. I'm the APEcoach. This is Six Pack Gaming, all about helping you guys level up your health and fitness and showing you how you can combine fitness and gaming into your lifestyle. You don't have to give up one for the other. You can do it both. You can have fun, play games, and still get in great shape, live a healthy, active life, and that's what it's all about here. All right. So welcome. This career, being vulnerable is the best way to find the best form of yourself, and is transition from boxer to father. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a whole change of like lifestyle, right? And there would probably be a big like mental shift with that as well, right? Because when you don't have anyone else that's like dependent on you, you can be a little bit more reckless because it's just you know, looking out for you kind of thing, right? Whereas, you know, once you bring a child into it, you have to be there, you have to support them, you have to provide for them. You would think like you would second guess a lot of things. You might not be so risk oriented or whatever, right? Like you might not want to take on as many risks and all that. That's what he said as well. Yeah, it'd definitely be you know, fighting in itself is a little bit more of like a selfish endeavor. It's a very individualistic thing, right? You're just working on you, trying to better yourself, trying to be the best that you can be. It's all kind of focused on you, right? And then yeah, being a father is obviously the complete 180 of that. All right, sorry, that took a little bit longer here. We weren't quite on track with our mini sets there, but we'll keep the pace high for these last 2 mini sets. All right, we're going again, just like that. All right, we got about 10 seconds. And we're doing the last mini set here. All right, let's get it. And that's 5 mini sets of 5. Don't want to fight professionally, probably get KO'd every fight. You don't know that, but just good for training. Yeah, it's definitely a great form of exercise, and just kind of like self-mastery and you know, a way to improve your health and fitness. So it's definitely great for that respect, you know, for that aspect. And yeah, not, you know, fighting professionally is not for everyone. There's a reason there's only a very select few that pursue that career path. It's a very long and painful road to really make it in that, right? Both, you know, physically, mentally, like everything, right? It takes kind of everything for you to be successful in that. And yeah, that's not the life path for everyone, nor should it be. But for those that, you know, that's what really drives them, you know, all the power to them. All right. Now we're gonna do a press down with these, okay? So I had a kickback written out here. Ideally, you would want to do something where your upper arms are back behind your torso here. So if you wanted to do a kickback, you could do that. But for today, I like to switch things up a little bit every once in a while, right? So we're gonna switch it up on the fly today. We're gonna do just a press down and just focus on overloading those triceps as much as possible here. And we're gonna use a straight bar for this one, okay, instead of the rope. Because the straight bar, although you're a little bit more limited in your range of motion, you know, you get stopped here. Generally you can overload a little bit heavier weight with the straight bar compared to the ropes. So that's sort of the trade-off there. All right, so we got 130 pounds on the stack. For this, we're actually gonna go for 10 to 12 reps for the first main set, and then again, 3 to 5 for each of the mini sets. Let me see. Like, I know I'm strong because I knocked down a heavy bag, but you don't know who you're competing with. Yeah, it's definitely humbling stepping into the ring or on the mat, whatever type of, you know, martial art you're doing, and realizing, as, you know, tough as you might think you are, or as strong as you might think you are, there's a lot of other people out there that are just as strong, just as tough. And so, yeah, you get your butt handed to you in the ring or on the mats. It's a different experience. Yo, Zeal, what's up, dude? What up, what up? What's happening, man? We are in the middle of a kind of a push day workout in general. Chest, tries, and we're gonna finish off with some side delts. Alright, that's 12. So we got 10 to 15 seconds, and then we're going for 3 to 5 reps, those mini sets. Nice, did a pull day today, sore AF. Well, hey, that's a good sign, right? Most of the time. Sometimes, you know, it's not always about how sore you are after the workout, but at least you know that you worked hard. You feel like you worked hard, right? I do 15 by 4, 15 minutes, 4 rounds every day, then do core workouts. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of conditioning. All right, let's get it. 3 to 5 reps. That's 5. So now we have to maintain those 5 reps for as many of these mini sets as possible. Happy with my workout today. No pain, no gain. There you go. Oh, that's awesome, man. It's I'm glad to hear you guys are putting the work in, getting the effort in, and making some progress. Did you do that first thing in the morning, Zeal? Ah, 5. Whew. All right, 10 to 15 seconds. We go for the third mini set. Of course, of course. All right, mini set 3. Oh, man. Whew. Midday. Oh, well, that's great. It's nice to be able to train midday. Not many of us can do that. Do you, is school not started for you yet, Zeal? Oh, I think that was mini set 4. Starts Friday. That's a weird day. Why wouldn't they just wait till the following Monday? So you have like one day of school and then the weekend, and then you start again. Getting into the routine this week. Smart. Always good to prepare ahead of time. Get ahead of the schedule, so to speak. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely always an adjustment, right? Getting back into the routine of school, or if you take some time off, you know, getting back into like work or whatever. All right, last mini set for these. Oh man. key thing with the press downs here, with pretty much any tricep exercise, you want to really try to extend to full lockout at the elbows and just squeeze those triceps as hard as you can at the bottom, right? And then you want to slowly control the weight back up, kind of fighting the weight the whole time. You should see, you know, some tension, or at least feel some tension in the triceps the whole way that weight is coming back up. So you should be resisting it, and then you want to press back down and fully lock out again. Let's see. Thursday was grade 9 day. Friday is for everyone. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't remember if we did that. It's been a little while since I've been in high school, but huh. Same for me last year too. Okay. Defense moves are sometimes hard to put in there. Wait, what? Sometimes do it when you finish on the Monday and then you have the rest off. Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I wish you had cable machine. Yeah, this has been a great investment. I use it literally all the time, but I know it's definitely a big investment for training at home. So like I always say, the best alternative to this is just a full set of resistance bands. I grabbed this whole set. I'll grab them in a second, but I grabbed this whole set for like $50 off Amazon. And I got, I think, like 4 or 5 different bands, all with different resistances, and super beneficial for training from home, especially. And just for like a lot of these different exercises that you can't really do with a barbell or dumbbells, right? So I got these guys. All of these guys. And it was like, you know, $50, right? So you get all these different resistances. And, you know, you can loop them around something. You can loop them on top of each other. You can do your press downs. You can do flies. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with these. We actually did last year in March when everything shut down across the world with the pandemic. We did a full week of training with just resistance bands. A 3-day training split, working the whole body. And we only used resistance bands, and they were actually some amazing workouts. So that would be, you know, the thing that I would recommend for the cheapest sort of home exercise equipment that you can get the most sort of bang for your buck from. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to make use of these cables one more time. Just to really rub some salt in those wounds. So we're gonna do a lateral raise here, and again we're gonna do the Myo Rep training. So we're gonna go for like 10 to 12 reps on the first set, and then 3 to 5 reps every 10 to 15 seconds after. You need to get some more resistance bands. Only have one. Yeah, you definitely want to have like a set, so then you can adjust the resistances based on the exercise. Because if you're doing like squats or rows or something, you're going to be able to use a lot heavier weight than if you're doing a tricep press down or a cable, like a resistance band fly, right? And another really cool thing you can use resistance bands for is you can combine them with your dumbbell exercises. And then that way you get kind of the benefits of both, right? So you can use your dumbbells to do your presses or your flies or your curls. And then you can have a resistance band wrapped around there too, so that you're actually increasing tension as you're flexing up to the top. Because generally with a dumbbell, you get peak tension right when you're completely perpendicular to gravity, right? So when you're at about 90 degrees, and then at the top, it kind of reduces the tension because now it's pressing down and you have more more anatomy, you know, skeletal anatomy supporting the weight rather than just your muscles. Whereas with the resistance bands, the further you stretch them up, the harder it is, right? So you can kind of combine them and get a more unique strength curve from each of the exercises. Really, really cool stuff that you can do with them. I think my 60-pound band was like 20 to 25 bucks. Also looking at picking up some dumbbells. I need them for some exercises. Yeah. And like what I did, the cheapest sort of option for the dumbbells, because I already have the Olympic, barbell and the Olympic plates, you can get the Olympic dumbbell handles like this, and then you can just put the plates onto them, right? And use the same sort of collars that you would use on your barbell. And then that way you can adjust the weights, and you save a lot. You don't have to buy a ton of preset dumbbells. So, all right, with that all being said, let's get to these lateral raises. Let's blow up these side delts, all right? I gotta move the pins way up on this. I think we'll use 20 pounds. And like I said, going for 10 to 12 on the first set, and then 3 to 5 on those mini sets. Yeah, I've been looking at those dumbbells. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with those. It's gonna be the most cost effective and the most sort of versatile. You could also get like, if you got the money, you could get like the Select Tech ones, or the Power Block dumbbells, where you can just quickly switch the weights that way. But they're a lot more expensive, and you can't necessarily drop them like you could with these, right? Like if you drop these, nothing's really gonna happen. If you drop the other ones, sometimes they can get a little jammed up, especially if they're like the weird like twisty gear ones. So it just all depends. Music is going off. For the heads up, yeah, no worries. No worries. All right, so we are going to get these going. Now, the main thing with these, I always recommend whenever we're doing these lateral raises, you want to start them leaning slightly forward. You don't have to be all the way bent over like you're doing a rear delt fly, but I like to lean slightly forward with the chest, just so that, as I'm doing those lateral raises, I'm keeping tension on the side delt still. And even if I start to fatigue and I start to use a little bit of momentum with the body, swinging back a little, I'm still keeping tension on the side delt, right? If I start when I'm already fully up like this, if I start to swing back at all, I'm gonna be going past perpendicular, and the front delt is gonna start to take over. So I wanna make sure I'm leaning slightly forward so that I keep the tension on the side delt where I want it, where I want to grow. So just keep that in mind. All right, 10 to 12, let's get it. Oh, one last key pointer with these. Rather than just thinking about raising your arms up to the sides, think about spreading them out to the sides. Okay, so think about driving outwards, and that will naturally bring your arms up. And that'll get better activation in your side delts right at the bottom of the exercise. Whew, that's 12. 10 to 15 seconds, we start the mini sets. 3 to 5 reps each. Let's go. Whew. 5. Now we got to try to maintain 5 reps for as many of these mini sets as we can, up to a max of 5. And again, we want to switch which arm is over top of the other each set here. Just that, again, we're trying to keep things as balanced as possible on each side. Get it. That's 3. 2 more. Let's go. Let's get it.
It's over 9,000!
That took a little bit longer than I thought to trigger that sound effect. I was kind of like waiting for it. All right, let's go. How many is that, chat? 3, I think. 3 or 4. I'm gonna say it's 3 just to be on the safe side. So we're gonna go like 2 more. But the gains never stop. Over 9,000. Let's go. All right, we got 1 more. Feeling it though. Those delts are looking pumped. All right, let's finish this strong. Go. Ah. 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 Oh, man. Oh. Wow. That was intense. So for that very last rep, tried to hold it out as long as I possibly could until my shoulders just were screaming. Oh, all right. Never seen this way of doing your reps? Taking breaks between doing 3 to 5? Yeah, so it's called Myo Rep training. So essentially, it's kind of a form of rest pause training. But the way it works is you do one main heavy set right off the start, and you go for anywhere from like 6 to 12 reps depending on the exercise. With bench press we did 6 to 8, you know, with the press downs we did I think 8 to 10, and then these guys we did 10 to 12. So it kind of depends on the exercise you're doing, but you do that first main set nice and heavy as you normally would. Try to push extremely close to failure. Then you take 10 to 15 seconds, and then you start a series of mini sets. Okay, so you're gonna do 3 to 5 reps, and then you're gonna take another 10 to 15 seconds rest, 3 to 5 reps, 10 to 15 seconds. And the goal is to get 3 to 5 sets, or 3 to 5 of these mini sets of 3 to 5 reps. And now whatever you get on your first mini set, so say you're pretty fatigued from the main, you know, your main set, you go into your first mini set and you only get 4 reps. That's the number of reps you want to maintain for the rest of those mini sets. Okay, so if you do 10 reps and then you do your first mini set and you get 4, now you have to maintain 4 reps for another 2 to 4 mini sets. But as soon as you lose a rep, as soon as you drop down, you can only do like 3 reps on one of those. That's the end of it. So if you can only get 3 mini sets of 4 reps, and then on your 4th one you only get 3 reps, that's the end. You don't go to your 5th mini set. You stop it there because you're already fatigued enough, and then you move on to the next exercise. But it's basically a very cool way of sort of decreasing your overall training time and sort of trading intensity for volume. So you might not be doing as long of a workout, but you're stepping up the intensity by shortening down those rest periods and sort of stacking all that training, all that metabolic stress in the muscle on top of one another. So it's just a way to get things done a little bit more time efficiently, and it's got some really cool research behind it. It's from, there's kind of like 2 guys that developed it, and I believe the one is from Norway, and the other, maybe Swedish or something. It's a Nordic sort of training technique either way. And it's got some cool research behind it. And so we've been making use of it this past about month or so. Although we had about 2 weeks where I was sick. So now we're just kind of getting back into the full swing of it. And we're going to see what we can do, right? But I've been enjoying it a lot. It's been great. Cool system. Almost always just superset, but gonna try that out next time. Yeah, super cool. And I'm going to be sharing the training program and how to do Myo reps in the Discord server as well. I just wanted to be able to get like a full little like rundown with it to make sure that it was something that, you know, I would want to recommend to you guys to try out. But yeah, I've been loving it so far. So we'll be, as we're getting back into the full swing of everything, we'll be sharing that in the Discord server. I'll put together a nice program that you guys can try out, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's see here. We are actually done with the workout there in less than an hour. So that's how, you know, awesome this can be for kind of saving time and still getting the full benefit of your workout. So the whole idea behind Myo Rep training, let me just turn the music down a little bit just so it's not, oh shit, I did the wrong thing. I adjusted where it was in the song rather than the sound. Yeah, I just wanted to turn that down a little so you could hear. But essentially the idea behind Myo Rep training is that, you know, when you're normally working out, I just want to get this close so that you guys can hear. But when you're normally, you know, working out, say you're doing a set of 10 reps, the reps that really count, so the reps that really make the difference and stimulate that muscle growth response are generally going to be like the last, you know, 2 or 3 reps, right? It's like the last 20% of those reps that get you 80% of the results, right? And so the idea behind Myo Rep training is rather than doing, you know, 4 linear sets of 10 to 12 reps and having to spend, you know, a minute or 2 minutes resting between those, like that's like 15 minutes of time, right? For like one full set, 10 to 12 reps, 4 sets. So rather than doing that, you basically cut out all those initial junk reps, right? To get you those final few reps that trigger that growth response. And so by taking that short rest period, instead of having to do one set of 10 reps, then waiting a couple minutes and then doing another set of 10 reps and only really benefiting from those last 3, you can cut out those first 7 reps by only resting, you know, 10 to 15 seconds. And then you go back and you do 3 to 5 reps, you push till failure again. And then that way you get, you know, you still basically get those beneficial reps without having to do all the ones before it. And then you have 10 to 15 seconds rest again. So you're shortening down those rest periods again. And then you're doing those 3 to 5 reps, right? So you're getting the beneficial reps kind of all compressed into a shorter time period. So really, really cool training technique, some cool research behind it. Yeah, definitely recommend giving it a shot and trying it out. It's a little bit, it can be a little bit cumbersome to kind of understand initially and to like, you know, keep track of, because it's a lot of like sets and reps and this sort of thing to kind of keep track of while you're working out. But super beneficial, super like time saving. So that's always what it's kind of about, right? Like how to get the best return on your investment in both effort and time put into it, right? So if you can cut down your training time by, you know, 30%, 40% and still get the same general benefits, that's always a win, right? Okay, so let's see, what is everyone thinking, chat? Are you guys feeling Warzone? Do you guys want me to check out Bynamon to see if I can play that? Let's see if wait, do you rest for 10 to 15 seconds after your main set before starting the first mini set, or a bit longer? Just 10 to 15 seconds. So you do that main set, and then you only have 10 to 15 seconds, and then it's mini sets right away, right? So you really don't have much rest time. The idea is to try to keep the intensity as high as possible, and you should also be pushing yourself really close to failure for these to get that benefit, right? And so for that reason as well, it's better to do this with more like isolation exercises. I wouldn't recommend doing it for like squats or deadlifts or even bench press, even though I have been doing that. Especially if you don't have like a spotter or some sort of like safety system in place. If you have the safeties and you're experienced enough to know how, to be able to control those movements and know when you've kind of reached your limit with them, you could give it a shot. But it's more so geared towards like isolation exercises. So rather than doing it on, a barbell bench press, you could do it on like a chest fly, or you could probably do it on a dumbbell press as well. Because worst case, you hit failure with a dumbbell, you can just drop them right to the sides, and it's not going to be stuck on top of you. So that's just one sort of word of caution or thing to keep in mind with it. But super cool training technique, great time saver, and yeah, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. So let me adjust the lights here real quick. Gonna bounce them off the wall so that we're getting a little bit more even lighting, a little less harsh. Okay, that's one. All right, how's that? Is that a little bit better? It might be a little bit darker, but it should be a little less like glare on me. I mean, I got those safety bars on the side of my squat rack. Works for bench and seated barbell shoulder press too. Yeah. So I mean, if you got the safeties and you feel comfortable in controlling those exercises, and you're not gonna hit failure and drop the weight on yourself, you can give it a shot for those. I have been, but just use some common sense with it. Don't be trying to do something lifting a weight you've never lifted before, and trying to do that the first time you ever try this, right? I would reduce the weight slightly from what you'd normally lift for that sort of rep range, and give it a shot for the first time a little bit lighter till you kind of get the hang of it, and then you can gradually build back up to your full sort of resistance on each exercise. All right, why I have this up so high as well. Okay, so let me just check here real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get on to Bynamon here to show you guys that once again. If not, then we can check chat. Is anyone on Warzone right now? Is anyone? I guess it is already 10:24. I don't know if anyone will be on right now. I thought it was a little bit earlier than it is. We got started a bit later because I was actually filming a YouTube video on this and how to get started in it. But basically, it's a play to earn game. So we can't play that yet. Hasn't been enough time. But yeah, so that's a play to earn game. So basically you play it and you can earn some cryptocurrency just for playing it, and then you can exchange that for moolah. So, all right. I think I'll just leave it open for questions and that sort of thing for now. Let's see. Short rest times exhaust you quicker. Won't be able to finish the sets with your highest weight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're gonna notice like it fatigues you a lot quicker than you might normally be used to, especially at that certain weight. Oh, damn. Oh yeah, by the way, like I know there's a bit of a delay with the chat, so if you say something in the chat and then I'm not responding for like 10 seconds, It's probably just because it hasn't come through on the chat yet. I'm gonna play around with the stream settings next time to see if I can get the latency down a little bit more so that it's a little bit quicker to be able to see the chats. Might be a weird question, but how much do you weigh? Right now, the last time I weighed myself was a couple days ago, and I was like pretty much 200 on the dot. So I've lost a little bit of weight, apparently. Because I think the last time I looked, I was like closer to 205 kind of thing. But yeah, right around 200. So, and I'm fairly happy with that. Like, I haven't really been I haven't been super strict on the diet. I've been focusing on getting more protein more consistently again, and doing, you know, trying to keep on track of that. But I haven't been like, you know, trying to cut or anything like that. I've just been focusing on improving the performance and just eating a little bit more mindfully, right? And I mean, I tracked every little ounce of food I put in my body for 4 or 5 years when I was competing. So I'm pretty good at kind of knowing what I'm actually consuming now without having to track everything. But yeah, so I haven't been going to that extent again, and I probably won't for, you know, probably until like maybe like as we head into next summer, we could do like a group challenge or something like that, like a transformation contest or something. I can do it with you guys, and we can focus on getting shredded together, right, for the summer. But I think my main focus for, you know, this whole like heading into winter and all that is just going to be, well, first kind of making, you know, getting through a full sort of like cycle of this training technique, of this Myo Rep training, and kind of seeing how after a full training block, you know, how the results sort of compare to a typical workout routine that I might make. And just kind of focusing on improving my performance with the lifts, building some lean muscle mass, right? Had this summer barely ended, and you got me hyped for next summer. Yeah, no doubt. I know, man. I feel like this summer just kind of slipped away on us. We didn't really get to do anything again, but you know, it is what it is, right? You just got to kind of take the days as they come, make the most of them, and do what you can when you can. Some other, I guess, exciting news, like we've been trying out this whole YouTube streaming thing, live streams, and I think I'm actually enjoying it. It's quite a bit more work up front, kind of getting the streams up and running, especially with me, you know, doing everything, right? Like I'm designing the thumbnails and uploading those and getting everything set and, you know, doing all this stuff, right? So it's a little bit more work up front right now to kind of get everything set up and get everything going. But it's nice because a lot of these live streams are still picking up views now after the stream has ended. And on Twitch, that just doesn't happen, right? Like people don't go back and look through your past VODs and watch things on Twitch that way. But YouTube, it's a little bit, you know, people do that a little bit more often, especially if it's like gameplay and all that sort of stuff, or even like these workouts, right? If we do some follow along workouts in the future, it'll be something that people can kind of come back to and watch whenever, and they can still follow along with the workout. And another really nice benefit of streaming on YouTube is the quality improvements, right? So unless you're a partner on Twitch, you can only stream at 720p, and it just doesn't look good, right? Especially if you're trying to use those clips and upload it to other like social media platforms, then it downgrades it again from the 720p when you like re-upload it to another thing like YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So then everything just kind of gets like worse and worse. Whereas YouTube, we can get full 1080p video. So everything looks good. It looks nice and like clear and crisp. And then we can use that on other social platforms as well. So we can help, you know, build up the Six Pack Gaming fam, right? Help build a stronger, bigger, stronger community. So I'm enjoying it. The only downside right now is, yeah, and YouTube streams just become long, unedited videos. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Twitch restricts the quality until you get partner, which is, you know, not very many people reach that. But yeah, the one downside right now on YouTube is I can't have paid members until I'm a partner on YouTube. And so we're working towards meeting the YouTube partnership requirements. We have, I believe, 2 of the 3 sort of criteria met already. The only thing we really need now is watch time hours. So one of the requirements to get partner on YouTube is you have to have over 4,000 hours of watch time within a single like 12-month period. So that's a lot, right? Like that's 300, it's like just over 333 hours per month, or about, you know, a little bit over 11 hours of watch time every single day for an entire year straight. So it's a little bit of a grind, but we've started off really strong. This is only, I think, the 5th day of streaming on YouTube, and I think we've gotten like almost 40 hours of watch time in these 5 days. So we're actually already getting close to on track for that within the next year. And I think obviously as we start to stream more often and start to build up some edited videos in combination with the live streams, it'll start to compound on top of one another, and we'll just start growing quicker, right? So actually awesome. 40 hours so far. Yeah, and the live streams are actually amazing for building up that watch time and building up the stats on YouTube, because we get way longer average watch times, right? With a typical YouTube video that you upload, it's rare for people to watch more than like 3 minutes of a video on average, right? And I mean, I have built and manage the Blue Star page, right? That has over 135,000 subscribers. And so I know what, you know, the typical watch time is for that, for regular fitness content videos, versus my live streams. I already have like 3 to 4 times the average watch time on this channel now from these live streams than you know, the Blue Star channel with over 135,000 subscribers and tens of thousands of video views every day, right? So it'll be there's no doubt that we can get there. It'll just be a matter of time. And yeah, so we're working on it. Be sure, by the way, guys, if you're watching, you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, smash it. Let's break the thumbs up button on YouTube here and let them know you like this content, because that helps get it out to more people as well. Always appreciate the support. And if you haven't, make sure so that you know when we're going live, that you click the little bell next to the subscribe button, and then you got to click turn on all notifications, and then you'll start getting the notifications when we're live as well. So just a little heads up there. But yeah, I actually wanted to look and see. I don't think it updates the stats in real time, like the watch hours and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna look. YouTube Studio. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, so it doesn't have any of the stats or analytics updated for like this current stream already. But I can see everything kind of before this, and it's pretty cool to see. Actually, that Bynamon game that I streamed 2 nights ago, since the stream, it's gotten an extra like 25 views. So there was only a few views like while it was actually live, and it's actually gotten like way more views while it's been offline than this one when it's been online. So kind of cool to see. And I'm excited to see what we can do here on YouTube. The subscribers have been growing as well. I think we've been averaging like one a day over the past like 5 days that we came back here, which is solid. So let's just keep it up, keep it going, keep growing, keep building the Six Pack Gaming Nation. And then, you know, as we work towards YouTube partnership and that sort of thing, and as we build up the community, that'll provide some opportunities to, you know, maybe get some sort of like sponsors on, you know, into the videos and stuff like that, and to be able to hook you guys up with some cool deals on some different things, right? So the grind keeps going, never stops. Speaking of, I did film a full like YouTube tutorial video before this that I still have to edit and everything. So I will be getting that out later this week. The latest it'll be out is this weekend, because I'm definitely gonna stay on top of that and do what I can to get it out. But yeah, so there'll be that coming out soon, and we're gonna keep the streams going this week for sure, with the workout streams and the gaming streams. We'll kind of alternate between them. And one of the sort of main content pillars that we're starting to introduce into the channel as well now is this whole new space in the gaming world, which is NFT sort of crypto-based gaming, where you can actually, you know, play some cool games and earn money doing it through the terms, like through cryptocurrency, essentially. Because yeah, there's been a few things that I've been able to make some profits with, which has been really cool. You know, some go well, some don't, but we're gonna start navigating those waters a little bit more and kind of sharing the experience with you guys for anyone that, you know, might want to get into that, and to be able to get something a little bit more from, you know, gaming. You can already do these games to you know, have fun and get some entertainment and just kind of kick back and relax. And if you can add the ability to earn a little bit of extra income on the side from it too, then I think it'll be huge as it develops. Right now it's still in the very, very early stages, so it's kind of the Wild West, and it can be a little bit risky investing in certain things right now, but there's some big stuff coming that I think over the next year, and especially over the next 5 years, I think it's going to be absolutely massive. But we're gonna start diving into those waters, and I'll kind of take you along my journey and share what I'm looking at, what I'm doing, how it's working out for me, and we can just kind of go from there. And the really cool thing with that as well, because it's a newer space, there's not a ton of content creators in the space right now. And so if we can, you know, build up our community, and we can start to establish ourselves in the whole like NFT blockchain gaming ecosystem, then there's a lot of opportunities for us to be able to work with some of these newer game developers and stuff like that, and to be able to hook the community up with some cool like giveaways and things like that, you know, otherwise we wouldn't really have access to. So I'm excited. I really want to you know, work on this pretty hard for, you know, the channel, but also like for the community, right, for you guys. Because if we can get to a point where I'm able to, you know, help you guys out and be able to do giveaways and kind of give back, that's awesome, right? Because that's what it's all about here at Six Pack Gaming, right? Like I'm trying to help you guys level up your health and fitness, and you know, maybe we'll expand that to, you know, leveling up your health, wealth, and fitness, or something like that, right? So just kind of living a higher quality life all around. Now, with all that being said, though, I am going to, we do have a little bit longer before I can play Bynamon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like half an hour or so. So I don't know what you guys would prefer. If I cut the stream and I start up another one just for like the Bynamon game, if you guys would be cool with that, or if you want me to just kind of go over how to get started in it, or some of the games that I'm looking at, some of the things that are coming out, and just kind of like go into it after that. Let me know. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some water. I haven't had any since like halfway through the workout, and then I'll be back in a minute or two, and then we'll see where we take things. All right, so stay tuned. And again, the sound effects are set up, so type !SFX and you guys can play around with the sound effects. There's gambling in the stream as well, so feel free to play around with the commands. Alrighty. There are coins too. You know it, you know it. Alright. So, let's see here. Goodness, what just happened? It's on. All right, so let me take a look-see here. Still down. There's one new game that I wanted to check out, but the dashboard for it has been down forever. Forever. Alright. Let us see. Dun, dun, dun. It's on. Tell me more about the Gamer Super Shred. So that is just a free 7-day sort of workout routine that you can get through email. So I believe the link is there in the chat. Yeah. So the link is there when you type !shred. But yeah, it's like a 7-day email workout routine that you can do from home with no equipment, and it's all just helping you burn fat, build some lean muscle, and it's got basically an upper, lower, and full body workout, and then a day of like mobility, and then another set of like upper, lower, and full body workouts. So it's like a full 7-day program that you could do it every day of the week, because there is that sort of mobility program in the beginning, or you could split it up and you could do, the first 3 days 1 week with the mobility program, and then the next 3 days the next week with the mobility, and you could alternate back and forth that way and do it kind of 4 days out of the week. But a really solid workout program that you could do anytime, anywhere, essentially. And I have videos for each of the workouts, each of the days as well, so you can like follow along with the workout videos. So just something for those of you that are looking for something to help you kind of get in shape, lose some fat, and improve your fitness. And you might not have access to a gym, or you might not want to go to the gym. It's just something that you can do wherever, whenever. Yeah, I thought so too. Okay. Let me see if I'm able to get into this game yet. Calisthenics never hurt anyone. Absolutely. But yeah, it should be, you just go to that link. There'll be like a page there that you can check out. You enter your email, and then it'll email you one of the workout videos for that day, each day for a week, right? And then that way you can kind of follow along each day, or you can kind of come back to those workouts later on whenever it suits your schedule and give them a go. Now I'm going to see again if I can get into Binamon yet. I don't believe I can. No, I cannot. Dang. Okay. There's not really anything else I can play right now. I could see if Warzone wants to work for me, because we had to reinstall it because it kept crashing yesterday and pretty much all week. Gonna start the boxing workout soon. Nice. Nice. Wait, AJ, what time is it for you right now? Are you in a different part of the world? Or are you just saying you're gonna get back to like your boxing workout soon? Or are you saying you're like about to do it like now kind of thing? 12:50 p.m. My God, man. Where are you watching from? 12:50, so that's what, 12 and a half? No. It's like 14 hours ahead, right? Where are you in? Australia? Head to bed, getting late. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope I could. Okay, that makes sense then. Australia, awesome. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in, everyone. Zeal, AJ, Tech Nerd, and B Dog. We're getting those watch hours up. We're grinding it out. Unfortunately, I can't like. Bynamon, I still have to wait to play, and there's nothing else that I can really like play right now. So we'll probably just wrap things here, and then we'll kick it off again tomorrow. But appreciate all of you as always. Train hard, game hard. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, you messed it up, right? You gotta do the redeem first. It's switched up. I'm gonna get it.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Take care now. Bye-bye then. There you go. Said you used to do kickboxing? Yes, sir. I did. For a few years. And I actually did San Shao, which was kickboxing with takedowns. It's like a Chinese martial art. But essentially kickboxing. Just you could do takedowns, and there's kind of ring outs in it as well. Keep on forgetting about the redeem. Yeah, it's just the way that it has to be now. It's annoying. I know before we didn't have to do it, but that's the way the chat bot works now. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, I loved it. And I competed in it, and I won. I think a like provincial tournament here. But I got into just lifting and competing in fitness instead. And yeah, I just kind of like went that route. But yeah, kickboxing was wicked. Really great exercise. Challenges you kind of learn what you're capable of. How different is it to normal boxing? I've never actually done like regular boxing, so I can't really compare the best. Although we did have some pro boxers and stuff come in to help with our handwork and stuff every so often. But I think one of the main things is you use lighter gloves. And then obviously there's different elements to it, right? Like boxing is a lot more I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a little bit more about like technique in terms of like getting points landed, whereas kickboxing is a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it, but they're bigger gloves in boxing, so generally you can take a lot more like hits, right? And it's a lot more of kind of trading shots. And then San Shao is a little bit more of a mixed martial art type thing, where you're getting strikes, you're getting things on different levels. And with the takedowns as well, there's a lot of different elements to it. So there's still some similarities in terms of just your handwork and clinching, right? But other than that, there's a lot of differences between them. And I didn't do just straight up boxing for any length of time, other than incorporating boxing into the whole like kickboxing thing. So I can't really say much. Yeah, I just liked being able to mix things up a little bit more with kickboxing. With boxing, it's a lot of, I don't know. Kickboxing is just, you can kind of like change levels, right? You throw in some kicks and stuff, you can get a lot more like space between you. Boxing's a little bit closer. You're kind of always really close in the clinch and trying to like work the shots in. Kickboxing, you can get a little bit more space. You have a little bit more room to kind of do different things. What I do in boxing, I throw some combos and then get closer so I can work on dodging. Yeah, and I mean, all of that is great too, and it's really cool to see your own progressions from like when you start doing boxing or like kickboxing, and then even when you're 6 months to a year into it, how much better you are at like predicting the movements, being able to slip punches and stuff like that. Because you'll get someone that's newer coming in that thinks they're super strong and like, they're just going to be amazing at this. And then they're trying to throw haymakers and they can't even hit you. And you're just kind of like bobbing and weaving, having a good time. And you're able to just kind of play with them a little bit, bop them a few times and let them know that like, hey dude, you got to learn some technique. You can't just throw haymakers, right? So it's cool to see your own progress that way, or at least that was something really cool for me when we're doing like sparring and stuff. When, I would notice people coming into it newer that, want to like really challenge you or whatever because they think they're like really strong or, what have you. And then you kind of give them a reality check when you're able to like kind of just slip their punches. They can't even hit you. Because then they start getting frustrated, and then they start opening themselves up even more, trying to throw even harder, and you can just like bop them with some nice shots that kind of give them a little bit of a wake-up call. Difficult when you're in the ring? Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. The ring's probably the most nervous you'll be when you're boxing. Yeah, it's a whole different experience when you're actually in a real fight, right? Like there's like a certain level of kind of realization when you're doing like a real like sparring session or something. You're like sparring in the ring, but that's when you kind of like somewhat know the person. Generally it's like you're sparring with someone from your club or whatever, and then there's a big difference from that. And then when you're in like a tournament or like an actual like full-on match and you step in and you're like friggin' adrenaline is through the roof, you're like, it's super exhausting. You have to be able to like control yourself and like control your emotions and your mental state to not just like burn out. Like regardless of how hard you're pushing yourself physically, it drains you so fast because you're like so anxious and like adrenaline's through the roof and you're like, holy crap, like this is real. This guy is trying to take my head off, and if I want to, be able to walk out of here all right, I've got to do that to him, right? So
it's definitely a different experience getting into like a real fight. You know, I told you I did that fight with my friends. Yeah, I remember you mentioning something about it. But yeah, it's a lot different if you're like sparring with friends or you're doing like a practice match or whatever, and then when you're actually like doing a real match. I still remember, like, I'm pretty sure that's the most exhausted I've ever felt was like in that kickboxing tournament. And I did a few BJJ tournaments as well. But yeah, in like the kickboxing tournament, after like a minute and a half, I was like the most gassed I've ever felt in my life. And you can't stop either, right? Like you're like gasping for air and you're like, well, if I slow down now, or if I, you know, try to take too long catching my breath, I'm gonna get smoked. So definitely pushes you in terms of like conditioning and stuff like that. Like it's, yeah, pushes you in every sense of the word, right? I was so nervous because I wasn't training at all yet, but still beat them. Well, hey, there you go. You came out on top. But yeah, the more you train, the more you know, the more comfortable you get with it, the more experience you get with it. But it's still, you have to build up the actual experience in real matches to be able to like understand how crazy it feels when you're in it, right? When you're in it for real. But I think we're going to wrap things up here. I appreciate you hanging out and, you know, having a good time, asking questions, all that good stuff. Always here to help you guys out. Be sure to say what's up in the Discord as well, right? And feel free to ask questions in there. Let's see. There's someone who's a year younger than me, and he thinks he can bash everyone. I think I knocked him into line. Yeah, that's always a little bit nicer too, right? When you get a little bit of experience and you've got the technique, you can kind of put people in their place that like to talk a big game and, you know, can kind of bully on people that have no experience. But yeah. Anyways, though, it is getting late here. We are going to wrap it because there's not much else we can do this evening. We will be back tomorrow with another stream. Likely going to be doing some gaming tomorrow, so be sure to tune in for that. If you got questions, you know, feel free to ask about, you know, training and and like fitness and nutrition and stuff there as well. Those questions are always welcome. But just to give you a heads up, kind of what we'll be getting into tomorrow. And that's what it's all about here, right? Balancing fitness and gaming into one killer lifestyle, showing you don't have to give up one for the other, helping you level up your health and fitness. That's what it's all about at Six Pack Gaming. Appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, until next time, train hard, game hard, and we will see you in the next one. And of course, now that we're on YouTube, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notifications. So we'll see you next time. All right. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic evening. And I'm just waiting for the sound effect. Sound effect.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
There we go. Take care now. Bye-bye then. All right. Have a great evening or great rest of your day, AJ. And get that training in. And we'll see you again soon.